All right, what's going on, y'all, man? Hope y'all having a great Sunday, man. Got a special guest today, man. I know he's super busy, but appreciate him spending some time with me, man. One of the hottest stars in the sport, currently at the prep level here in Georgia. That is Kharim Hughley, man. So I got a chance to get to see him a couple times last year, right? Obviously, seen him in a couple games. Got the chance to interview him early on in September when he obviously took over for the starting role for the Gainesville Elephants. And then obviously I got to see and make my bold take back in October, man. So it's blown up since, man. So without further ado, let's go ahead and talk to him.
What's up?
What's going on, man? How's everything?
It's good. It's good.
Yes, sir.
At the crib right now, chilling.
I feel you, man. A lot has changed since I last seen you, man.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's all new to me, so just taking it day by day right now.
For sure, man. If you can say just how has that been for you? Just with everything, so many coaches reaching out, media people. How has that been, man? Because I mean, like I said, you were flying under the radar. Not a lot of people know
Yes,
about
sir.
you. Out of nowhere, you just blow up.
Yes, sir. I mean, it's been a fun experience. Got my teammates and coaches and my parents come along with me on this journey. So, I got a good support cast, and I'm just blessed to be in this position right now.
Yes, sir. And then speaking of, I do want to hit that point. I remember you talking about your dad, and you was like, when I was younger, I didn't really understand all the things he used to outline for me. But now as I get older, I'm mature. I see what he's saying. So how impactful has he just been? Is just helping you, well, obviously stay humble in the process, but just help you get to this point as well.
Well, he's been really impactful. He's been with me since day one, making sure I've been putting in work, even if I didn't want to. I could strongly say that I wouldn't be in this position without my pops.
100%, man. And then obviously a great sophomore year, man. So I want you to walk other players that's probably going to watch this through. What is it like starting as a true sophomore, kind of being thrown in the fire a little bit, but you absolutely balled out on the gridiron? What advice would you say, or just what would you say about your journey that can maybe help others?
Well, with my journey, it was a little different given that, I came into my sophomore year. So my freshman summer, going into my sophomore year, I came in the third string quarterback, and I had to, work my way up the depth chart. And, I would just say be patient, take your time with it, and just continue to put in the work and show consistency. And I think that really played a role, win the locker room, just be vocal leader, just be someone that your team can fall back to and, that they trust.
And I want you to just peel just a little bit on that. How's the best way to go about that in your eyes, Kareem, when you are a sophomore, you're young, but just galvanizing? Like I said, you just came with a group that's veteran led, right? Shane King in there, Chad Smith, so many guys that are older. How are you able just to be able to resonate with them?
Get to know them. I know all my guys. You know what I'm saying? So, like, we were all real tight, real close. So I think that was probably the way I could get everybody's trust.
Got you. And then for you, how would you rate overall just your sophomore season and how I know it wasn't what you guys probably wanted, as a team 7-4. I know you guys like to go a lot further, but how would you rate personally this season?
Well, I rated about a 6 or like a 6 or a 7. Just still got a lot to improve, a lot to work on. I'm gonna take last year's film, just get better off of it. Had a couple big games. Just fell a little short. A few of them, a lot of them fell real short in a couple, and just gonna make a big change this year. We won't lose a game.
Gotcha. What was your favorite game from this past season?
Um, I would say the my favorite game was the Roswell game. It was real intense. That was probably my favorite game. Just going back and forth throughout the entire game was pretty cool.
What is that like? We see it as fans, like on TV, but what is that like being in that moment as a player? Like, okay, yo, we got to go down and score. Dang, they just scored again. I got to go back out and score again. Like, what is that like experiencing that as a player?
Well, me, I like pressure, so it
Mm.
was really exciting for me. So I'm on the sideline with the coaches watching defense, and we knew going into the game that it was going to be a really high scoring game. So offense was just stay ready, stay prepared, and we just kept going back out there. The guys had my trust, I had their trust, and was able to do great things.
100%. Now you talked about pressure, and I remember something we talked about earlier in the interview. You talked about your poise. So, like you said, that's very important to have in those pressure situations. So, talk about that poise and where that kind of comes from for you.
Well, I would just say, like, when I was younger, playing running back, uh, had to be patient with the quarterback and the play calls. So I guess when I switched, to quarterback, it kind of just translated, just being patient and just being calm, and just trusting what the game plan is, and trusting my guys to go make plays and just getting them the ball.
100%. Now, I want to break down your game just a little bit. I want you to talk about what part of your game you feel like is the best. If a coach was to come up to you, hey, Kharim, what do you feel like is the best part of your game, the best pieces of your game? What would you say?
I would say either my adaptability or my poise.
Talk about the adaptability part.
Just, being able to go in any circumstance or any situation and come out with a positive head, or just like being able to grow from any situation and to learn and then use what I've learned to get better as time goes on.
Yeah, that's powerful. Okay. And then obviously you got a lot of things you want to work on this offseason. So what are some things you are going to personally try to hit to perfect your craft?
Well, I'm going to spend a lot of time in the classroom this offseason, just trying to get a better understanding of the offense. Like, I know the offense, but I want to get to the point where me and Coach Nib, I already know what the play is going to be before Coach Nibbler even calls it, based on the situation, based on the down. I want me and Coach Nibbler to be connected, offensively, just to where, because I'm trying to get to the point where I can make like calls for myself, like on a run or on a play call. So I think it'll just be a lot easier and a lot better for us to get better. If I get better in the play call aspect, and just, I would say had a few times last year where I could have made better decisions. So I'm gonna spend a lot of time with my decision making and just getting better.
100%. And then for you, what do you think to be successful on this level are some key things you have to add? And you obviously talked about adaptability, talked about obviously being in the classroom, but what are some key things if you had to say, hey, you're a quarterback coming in, you're young, these are the things you need to have to be successful?
Well, my coaches, they keep it real sweet and simple. Just our offense is just get the ball in our playmakers' hands. So it's real easy. Just, get there, call the play. If I got a drag that's wide open, get it to my guy, let him go make a play. So I think just being a quarterback in high school level is just about, being able to extend plays when it's needed and just getting the playmakers the ball.
100%. Speaking of playmakers, right, a new unit this year, right, not going to have the same weapon. So how do you plan about just going and building chemistry with your new teammates? Some will be playing new roles, things like that. How do you plan to build that chemistry with them?
Well, we'll have a lot of shared experiences. So, I have a couple guys on the line that'll be new. So I'll take my lineman out to eat this summer, and I'll take the offense out to eat probably right before season starts. So, just having a bunch of shared experience. Might go top golf, might go bowling, just to get to know each other on a deeper level to where our connection is real strong.
And I want to ask you that how important, because athletes talk about that all the time. How important is that bonding off the field and that translating to on the field and the success that the team has?
I think off-field bonding is really important, like due to the fact like a receiver can know what I'm thinking based on my body language if they really know me, and I can know what they're thinking based on body language or just any subtle gesture that could, give me some information that isn't spoken. So I think that helps when you're on a football team. Just it goes back to just being really connected.
Facts. Okay, now let me ask you this. So playing for the offseason, you kind of talked about what you want to work on and everything. Will you do any 7-on-7s? Will you play another sport? Will you run track? What's kind of your plans in terms of that? Or will you just be specifically in the classroom, Coach Niblett, just perfecting the craft?
Well, I will be doing a little 7-on-7 with Zilla Zoo. And I do run track. So I run the 200 and I long jump and triple jump. And then, also just be spending time and training.
How important is running track in your eyes, man? I think this all the time, but for you, how has it personally helped you?
I think it's gonna help me with my form, and just I think it's gonna get me faster, so where I can be more effective with my legs this year. So I think that'll help me a lot. And then just with the jumping aspect, it'll help me build some more power within my legs. So I think it'll have a strong effect on this next season.
Facts. All right, let me ask you about just the Gainesville program in general. You in it every day. I've been there obviously numerous of times, but for you and for the audience, just what is it like playing for this Gainesville's program?
Sir. Sorry.
I said, what is it like playing for this Gainesville program?
It's exciting. It's fun. Everybody in the locker room it's a, it's a complete team, I would say. Like, just everybody loves one another. Everybody treats everybody with respect. And, anybody could come to Gainesville and they wouldn't even know who the new guys are or who the freshmen are. They might know who the freshmen because they have different color shorts. But other than that, like, just based on the way we communicate with each other, the way we talk to each other, and there would be nobody would be able to tell who's who, and just you would be able to tell that we are really strong connected and that we have a set goal this year.
Facts. And speaking of the set goal, just talk about what it's like playing for Coach Josh Neal. For his players always rave about him, but for you personally, like, how has it been just getting to learn from one of the better coaches in the state?
I think it's a great opportunity to learn. He helps me a lot, and he puts me in the best situations. So, after school, a couple of times we'll watch a little film. Just being able to just take a little bit of the game and just keep learning, keep building, and just keep growing. And I think he does a great job of developing the players. And we'll have some young guys this year that will be able to step up and play just because they've been in the development part of Coach Niblett's program.
Facts. All right, man. I'm gonna ask you a couple fun questions, man. I want to ask you about just your friendship, man, and how tight you are, man, with Andrew Beard. I know I've heard that a lot. Like, y'all are real tight and close, man. Just
Yes,
tell me,
sir.
man, what does he mean to you, man, and being able to see his journey as well.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's great just being able to see his journey. That's my guy. I love him. That's my best friend for sure. Played travel ball together. Came to his games. He came to my games. He's a real tight friend of mine. Just love to play with him. Maybe later.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you that. Yeah, he leaves out that question. How fun would that be to play with him? Maybe at the next level.
It'll be real fun. It'll be really, really fun. Just because I already know him. Like, we know each other. Like, we're real tight. So it'd be really
When
fun to
y'all
play.
when y'all were playing when y'all were younger, right? I know you say you played running back, y'all in your travel days. Like, what was he playing, or was it another sport y'all was playing together?
So we were playing football together. We played football and baseball together. So baseball, I played center and right field. He played third and center. So we were always in the outfield together a lot of the time. And I played quarterback when we played travel ball together. So we did a little FBU together. There was a little travel league called the Bullies. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but ran by Coach Proctor. So we got a couple guys on that team that's pretty good. So
That's smooth, man. All right, and then I don't know if he's your cousin or y'all just got the same last name, man. But tell me a little bit about. Are you related to Bryson Hughley at all?
Bryson Hughley, I don't really know. I think we are. I can't really confirm or deny that one. So, but I know he's a pretty good player, from what I've seen. So, yeah, that it's kind of cool that we got the same last name.
Facts. For you, how cool is it just to see? Like, I mean, it's ironic, but both of you guys having that same amount of success this past year. Both of you guys having big, seasons. Him obviously starting to get more offers, more coaches interested. Same thing with you. How cool is it to kind of see someone alongside you, nearly same class, being able to have the same success?
I think it's like real interesting, real cool, just being able to see each other's journey as we go along. He got my support. I hope I got his support, and I hope the best for him, and I hope he goes wherever he wants to go.
Got you, man. How for you, man? How important is it to have that bond, not just with your teammates, but maybe just your fellow peers, who you can see at the next level, just being able to see them, like you said, have success, do the thing, but also create that relationship with them, because that's important in the future too, because that could decide, hey, maybe we should team up together and play at this school, or we should do this. How important is that?
I think it's really important. I believe in building like strong relationships with a lot of people, because you never know who you might need in the future, or who you may be around and have to be around for long periods of time. So just having that relationship, it would be like going into another family almost.
Facts. All right, man. Let's talk about this big camp next weekend, man. A lot of stars, including yourself, go be there, man. Under Armour camp February 9th, man. How excited one of you to play and compete in this camp? And how excited to kind of be one of those star-studded guys a lot of media people going to kind of be around and be looking at?
I'm really excited to be my first Elite 11 camp. So, it'll be a new experience and get to know a couple people that's there. And Just gonna go out there and do my thing, ball out.
Simple as that, man. And then obviously we talked about just the recognition. I want to talk from just the media perspective, not just the coaches, but what's it been like, man, for the media? Have you been getting a lot of DMs? Have a lot of people been requesting to talk with you? Like, what is that that process been like?
It's been interesting. I will say, I know I've been getting a couple of interviews that I've had to do, and I like it. I mean, just it's fun. Like it's something new to me, so it's just like just still getting used to it a little bit, but I like it right now. It's real nice. Just being able
Gotcha.
to always talk about it. So
Gotcha. And that's what I was going to ask you. Maybe from your experience and others, like just the media part, if you could say, is there anything they could do better? Maybe just, before you guys blow up or when you guys blow up, just building a better rapport with you guys. So they didn't just seem like, oh, okay, well, now since you're good and now since you got all these offers, I want to talk to you. Like, what, in your eyes, and just a personal question, Kharim, what can media do maybe to better help you guys or just have a better relationship?
I would just say just trusting the gut. You know, one guy that's been on me since before the offers, before anything, is Connor Jackson. And, he's made a couple of tweets about me and just trusting his gut, and I really respect that. So he's always a guy that, need anything and I can help, I would love to help him and just help him out. He helped me out a lot and just would love to repay a favor.
Got you, man. All right. So trusting your gut, getting on you early. All right, man. Much respect there. All right, man. Let's talk just a little bit about recruiting. Obviously, you've had some good visits, so let's go through a couple of them. Let's go through Duke. What did you like about that visit there, and just being able to get to know Coach Manny Diaz?
Well, one thing that stood out the most about Duke was the players. So it's a Saturday. They could stay at home, but they were there working out, playing Uno together. So that it's a real bond between the players. It's like a real family. They all just the whole team almost was just there. They're at the facilities, working out, getting better, and like just eating breakfast together. Just like those bonding opportunities. Just taking advantage of it. And I think they'll be a really good team this year. They have a really strong connection, and I think it'll show on the field.
Facts. And then obviously, Kareem, what about Georgia?
It's nice up there. I like it up in Georgia. Um, the coaches, like the interaction between the coaches, that's what stood out to me the most. Like there really are true friends up there, and everybody it's love up there. They love one another. Not that they like each other, they love each other, and it's like friendly competition every day. I like it up there.
Just
Nice.
talk real quick. Last thing on Georgia. What's just like? What is Coach Mike Bobo like? Like, what did you just enjoy about meeting him and getting to know him a little bit?
He's a straightforward guy. Uh, he believes that if you keep an honest relationship with him, he'll keep an honest relationship with you, and I like that aspect about him. Because I don't want nobody to just lie to me about anything or make any promises. Because he told me straight up. He said if I ever choose to go to Georgia, he said it's not like they're gonna hand me the job. He said I'm gonna have to go in there and work for it, and I respect that, and I love working for it. So
There you go. All right, man. So you had a big one this past week too, man. Obviously, you was there for Junior Day. Obviously, I know that's important because that makes you a priority. But Georgia Tech, what stood out to you when you went to visit the Flats this weekend?
I would say, their culture, like their standards, they really stand by their own standards. And a lot of people say that it's hard to go to Georgia Tech and play football and do the school because it's a real prestigious school. But they believe if you put your time into it and put your effort into it, like it's possible. You know, um, Coach Brent Key's done really good things with the program up there, and they're expanding a little bit and they're getting better, and they're going to have a really good season as well. I like their offense. I've seen it. It's real sweet.
And then talk about this relationship you was able to build with the QB coach there. If you was able to talk to him, Chris Winkie, or if not, just a relationship with Buster Faulkner, whoever you was able to talk to.
Coach Winkie, Wink Dog. Yeah, he's like Coach Bobo as well. He's a straightforward guy. He coaches hard, and me, I like being coached hard. I want a coach to make me get better every day and don't never let me slack off. 'Cause I think when coaches let people slack off, it kind of like they get into a state where they'll slack off every day instead of trying to work hard and get better, and then they'll be in a bad position. And Coach Winky, he talked about a couple things that it take to play quarterback at Georgia Tech. He said you gotta be tough, and you gotta be tough mentally and physically. He said it's not always about who you got the strongest arm, you got the most stars. It's just he said he doesn't really care about that. He said there's a lot of elite quarterbacks that he just wouldn't want to coach. He said he got to be a leader, on and off the field. Not a good leader, but a great leader. And I think Coach Winky, he's a really good coach. Really, really good coach.
Sir. And then last thing on Tech, just what was it like, man, just being in Atlanta? I mean, I know some people hate it, some people love it. Obviously, I know you love athletes in Georgia, but just what was it like being in Atlanta? Could you see yourself like being in Atlanta for a couple of years?
Oh, yes, sir. I mean, I like to picture myself in every college. I never say, oh, I like this college more than this college. I give everybody a clean slate and let them build on their own. Yes, sir.
Like that, man. Okay. And then, so obviously we know what you're doing this offseason, as far as your 7-on-7 and things like that, and just balancing everything. But what else you kind of have coming up just as far as visits, or just if you don't have visits, like what schools are you planning to take visits to see the spring and summer?
Well, I got a couple invites already, and I got to sit down with my dad here soon, and we're gonna talk about it, get a schedule made, and I'll let you know when that schedule's made, and I'll let you know where I'm going.
There it is. All right, man. And obviously, like you said, you look at each school the same, and just building that rapport relationship. But if you had to stay any school, just in general, like when you were young, you're a little boy, like you just, man, I'd love to go there. You know what I'm saying? Any school like that, Palo Alto, or you just all is the same?
Well, when I was younger, I'm growing up, I've been an Auburn fan, and when I was younger, I used to want to go there. Like that was my school. I want to go to Auburn, War Eagle. But it's a little different now that I'm in the situation. Like I like that. I like who like me, So I just let them build on and let them show if they want me, then they want me, and then I don't know. It's just I don't really have a dream school right now. Just letting everybody build their own case.
Simple enough, man. We'll leave it there as we close out, man. I asked a couple more, just some fun stuff, man. So I gotta ask, man, who is it that you like to watch on the collegiate or NFL level? You're like, man, that dude's a dog. I like to watch him. I like to add different pieces of his game to my game. Who is that for you?
Jayden Daniels. Gotta be Jayden Daniels.
Ooh. Okay.
He real poised. Just looks calm out there. He looked calm in college and in the NFL. Took the Commanders far. Did not expect that this year. So I like watching him and like adding pieces of his game to my own.
I feel like that's going to be like the new guy for all the young guys.
Oh yeah, him and Bryce Young. Most definitely.
What you like about Bryce? Bryce is like underrated. He's been through a little bit of some adversity in his career. Obviously getting benched and then coming back, but we see what he's able to do. End up knocking the Falcons out the playoffs. Just talk about Bryce Young.
I like his poise as well. I think he's really smart. He's not the tallest guy. He's probably the shortest quarterback in the league that's starting right now. And I think just his capability of being able to just push that out the way and say, hey, I'm coming here to play. And I'm going to do my big one. I think that's really, really good, and I like watching him play. He's a smooth operator back there.
Facts. All right, man. What's the best throw you've ever made in a football game, whether youth level or currently now?
I would say Carrollton week when Tad Smith, he was a corner ball, dropped back and I threw it. It was just a pretty ball and I got killed. Like I got hit. It wasn't a fun hit to take. It hurt, definitely hurt. But I think that's probably the best ball I've thrown all season.
Got you. And then for you, obviously you thought it was your best ball. Did you know it in a sense, like when it was happening, like as you're getting hit and you're releasing the ball, or did you have to like think about it after?
I just knew it. Like I felt it coming out my hands. It was really good ball. like as a quarterback, I think any quarterback could agree. Like when you throw the ball, you know when it's gonna be a good ball or a bad ball. It's just a feeling you get, I would say.
Got you, man. All right. What is your favorite post-game meal or spot to eat at if it's open after a big win for Gainesville?
Probably my house. You know, I like going home, taking my shower, eat, and go to bed. Yes, sir.
Got you. Okay. All right. So speaking to the crib, all right. All right. What's a go-to meal? You'd be like, yo, pops, moms, whoever it is. Yo, I need this, man. Like this is like my go-to.
After a game,
Yeah. Or even in general.
probably a bowl of cereal, some Captain Crunch. Oh yeah, yeah, that's a good one.
Keep it simple. I love you, man. Listen, Captain Crunch.
Yes, sir.
That's funny. All right, man. What are your hobbies like outside of football when you're not training, or just something that you do to just kind of like reprieve a little bit? Like, hey, let me just get 30 minutes or an hour just to like kind of chill back, be a kid a little bit.
I play basketball with my friends a little bit. You know, I mean, obviously, I'm the best one that go out there. You know, anytime I step on the court, I'm the best on the court. You know, I like playing with my little brother. We'll go out, we'll hoop outside a little bit, or we might play the game together. And I play 2K and NCAA. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let's be okay. So that was my next question. So NCAA over Madden, then, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. What's your favorite game mode in NCAA?
I say Ultimate Team. Me and my friends will go on Ultimate Team, and we'll run some threes, and we'll get on a little win streak, trying to get that championship. Yes, sir.
Facts. Okay. And then obviously you're a basketball player, football player too. What do you like about 2K? 2K been getting some flack over the years.
Oh yeah, I like my career. You know, I got a group of friends that I go play with all the time. So I think it's I run the center in 2K. So, but like the way we play, I kind of run the show. So I'll take it, and they're like really quick guys on 2K. So we'll backdoor, we'll test some screens, cut. We use a bunch of cuts, and my guy Zach, he get down the court fast. On any rebound, he's always down the court, and I can just hit him for a quick 2. Yeah.
Okay. Craziest winning streak playing 2K.
I think we went on like a 7 or 8 game winning streak, and and then then Zach had to get off. So that's probably the highest we done, like the longest streak we done had.
Got you. All right, man. Final 2 before I let you go, man. Want to ask junior season, man. Obviously, talk about what you're gonna work on. What do you want to achieve this year, both personally and both as a team?
Personally, I'm not a real selfish guy. I don't, I like to do what I can do best to help the team out. Walking into the Gainesville facility, you got to come in as your best you, and then when you leave out to go to practice, we got a thing. So it's posted up on both sides. So when you walk in on the stairwell, it says your best you. Go up to the locker room, you come out toward the field, it says our best us, because we can't. The team needs you to be your best you for us to be our best us. So I don't really have too many like personal goals. I just want to win a state championship. Do whatever I can to get my team there. Whether that's rushing for 3 touchdowns in a game, or throwing for 4, or having no touchdowns. Just doing what it takes to win the game.
All right. With 2 seasons left, I gotta ask this one as we close out. What do you want ultimately your legacy to be? When they say Kharim Hughley, high school career, what do you want people to say?
The quarterback that brought 2 back-to-back state championships to Gainesville.
Simple enough.
Simple enough.
100%. All right, Kharim, I'm gonna throw it to you, man. Any last thoughts? Anybody you want to shout out? Coaches, players, parents? Before I let you go.
Shout out to my dad, mom, stepmom. They've been with me. So I like, shout them guys out. My coaches, coaching staff. They helped me have a successful season. They put me in the best position possible. All my linemen for blocking for me all year long and just protecting me throughout the year. And that's about it. Yes, sir.
All right, man. There y'all go, man. I'm gonna let Kharim enjoy the rest of his Sunday, man. Appreciate you coming on, brother, man. It's been so fun
Yes,
to
sir.
watch your journey, man, and wish you nothing but the best. I'm sure I'll see you soon.
Yes, sir. All right.
Yes, sir. All right, there goes, y'all. So appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Want to catch up with Kharim, man. Again, like I said, hot name, man, blew up. You know what I'm saying, in recruiting, man. And like I said, I think he gave the spiel, man, of what you need to do to be successful, man. And he has everything you need: the maturity, the poise, right? Knowing what to do, building a relationship with his head coach, right? Building a relationship with his teammates, right? All that stuff is important, man, and it matters, man. So in the day, that's what you want out of your quarterback, man. I think he gave a good tidbit on media, like what they can do with some of these kids, you know, not just getting on them when they blow up, but also early on and trusting your gut, man. But that's all the time we got. That's it for this interview, man. I'll have an article written on it. Appreciate y'all tuning in. I'll see y'all soon, man. Peace.